Let's face it, sometimes the people we encounter in our day-to-day lives can be silly little geese and maybe a little bit more rude than they intended, maybe slight us. But instead of getting angry and yelling about it, why not use Premiere Pro's blur and distort effects to get even? So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to use a couple of my favorite effects and give you some appropriate scenarios in which to employ them. Effect number 1.
Gaussian Blur.
Appropriate use case.
Family member was rude to you on vacation. Let's say they took the last White Claw and you need to go back to the party store or pick up a new case, or they decided to remark on your parenting, which was kind of rude.
So here all you're trying to do is just give a slight blur to their face, especially in group shots, and just kind of ruin all their memories by making everyone else more in focus and them just kind of fading into the background. So you're gonna open up your effects panel, go to video effects, blur and sharpen, go to Gaussian blur, that's how I say it. And then I like to click that little circle ellipse. Is it ellipse if it's singular? I think so. And then just place it over the person's face. You can adjust the size of the mask here to your liking. And then once you have it in position, you just want to adjust the blurriness appropriately. I think subtlety is key here. You don't want it to be overly obvious what you're doing. The goal is to have the family member look through the album and all the memories and the group shots and think something's slightly off, but they can't really put a finger on it. Effect number 2.
Spherize.
Appropriate use case.
Let's say you have a coworker that doesn't really value the video work that you do in your role, and maybe they make some sort of rude comment about how it's not really that big a deal, anybody can do it.
So the next time you film them in like a one-on-one interview setting, just make a couple adjustments to their eye and make one bigger than the other, and then maybe they'll question themselves. So again, we're in video effects, go to Distort, then Spherize, and immediately you just want to crank up the radius so you can see where it is on the screen. Then you can adjust the center of the sphere effect and just place it over the person's eye. And then again, I would adjust the radius a little bit because you're going for subtlety. You want to make it so it's slightly bigger than the other eye, but not super noticeable unless you're like really watching. And so if you've done this right, they should be saying to themselves, "Ooh, have I always looked like that?" I'm like, I don't know, I guess, yeah, that's you. That's totally you. Effect number 3.
Lens distortion.
Appropriate use case.
Let's say you've been contracted to film a wedding. The bride and groom are total nightmares. They're being rude through every step of the process. They give the photographer all the key positioning. They don't let you set up anywhere that would be useful.
Just apply this effect to about 50 to 60% of the final clips, and then just say you were going for some sort of artsy look and that this is what they agreed to. So here again, we're in the video effects panel, go to Distort, then Lens Distortion, and double click that. And right away, I'm gonna start playing around with the curvature, the horizontal and vertical decentering, and even the prism effects. And it's gonna start to look like a weird Missy Elliott video, and that's when you know you're, wow, I feel better. So in summary, you need to start thinking about Premiere Pro as a vessel for expressing yourself in a lot of day-to-day situations. Don't get mad, don't yell, get even.
Don't you ever cross me.